What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joe. JH Overcomes, America's friendliest cop. Come on out, come on out. I just wanted to stop in real quick with you to say hello. I wanted to stop by and check on my people. And for those of you who were asking me today, just realize that tomorrow I will still be going live in the mornings for our daily video when it comes down to forgiveness. But I just wanted to stop in real quick tonight and check on my people. See how everybody is doing. I know that we're all going through some things right now in the country. It could be, we're still dealing with COVID-19. We're still dealing with what happened over a week ago or just about a week ago. And I wanted to stop in real quick because I'm starting to see some patterns on social media that are particularly on my following, my feed. And, it's a little concerning to me. I'm not, over the top concerned, but I really want to reach out to you tonight. This is about you. This is not about the events. This is not about, things that are going on in the world, but it's about you. All right. I wanted to stop in tonight, just check on you, see how you're doing. And, I wanted to let you guys know that the things that you're experiencing right now, some of the things that we're going through and what you may be feeling, how you may be reacting to it, may be something that you don't understand. Right. So you may be experiencing certain signs or symptoms that you're going through, and it may not be normal for you. But today, what I want to do real quick tonight before you guys go to bed, I wanted to, and some of you guys on the West Coast, I know you still got time before you go to bed. But I want you guys to understand that some of the things that we're experiencing right now is normal, right? It's normal. So I wanted to let you guys, what you guys witnessed, what we all witnessed last week was a traumatic event, right? It was very traumatic for us. It was something that people are not used to seeing. So if you work in a field like I work in law enforcement, it may not have been as traumatic, but trust me, it was very traumatic to watch. And if you're not used to being around certain events like that, if you have an everyday, 9 to 5, if you're a stay-at-home, mom that works hard and does all the things around the house every day, or if you're a child right now of young age, a teenager, you guys have witnessed something that you never should have to witness. So how do we handle that? What do? We can't just sweep it under the rug and act like we didn't see what we saw. And some of us are actually watching it over and over and over again. And that too can be a problem. So I want you guys to start realizing that there's ways to handle what it is that you're going through right now. And we're going to try to work through that together within the next 10 minutes, if that's cool with you. I want you guys to share this video. If you know somebody who may be struggling right now and you don't know and you can't put your finger on it, reach out to somebody, let them know how you're feeling, get yourself a good partner, a good accountability partner if you don't have one, within your own home or something like that. But you don't have to go through this alone. This is something, again, okay, ever since the top of the year, we've been going through things together a lot, whether it had been, COVID-19, the coronavirus, financial issues, jobless issues, a whole bunch of things. And then now this, with the most recent event that's going on TV with the police officers and the arrest. So I wanted to stop in real quick with you and give you some of the things that I've seen and some of the things that I haven't seen, but you may be experiencing. And I want you to know that if you're experiencing certain things, that it's normal for you to be experiencing them. All right, that's cool. But now some of you guys don't know I wear glasses. The old man is going to have to come out for a little bit because sometimes I can't read with my glasses, but it just is what it is. All right. It is what it is. Some of you guys just keep on living. All right. And if you guys can hear me, give me a quick shout out in the, okay. I got you guys. Okay. We're good. Okay. When I start going live, sometimes it doesn't feed right. Everybody's online this time and we're running into a lot of different problems, so what I want to do, I'm not going to talk about me getting over COVID and things like that. Again, I'm talking about you tonight and how to help you. So some of the things that you may be experiencing after witnessing such a traumatic event, such a horrific act on television, social media, not to mention what you're still seeing you're still witnessing, riots. You're watching people do things that are not normal in the streets. You're watching people get killed. You're watching people get hurt. And if you are not someone who's used to being in that field, like I said earlier, you may be struggling a little bit harder than everybody else. So some of the things that you may be experiencing right now could be irritability. Okay, you could be extra irritable right now. and you don't know why. You can have a certain mood change. You could be having mood changes, anxiety. Some of us already have anxiety, and this is just going to add to it. Anger, different forms of anger start to come out during these times. Denial. You could be going through a denial. Some people may not want to believe what they saw, or they may be, trying to block it out and act like it didn't happen. You could also be going through depression, little forms of depression. These are things that even the best of us, have experienced during times like this. Difficulty concentrating. You could be having, sitting around and all of a sudden you don't know, why you're thinking what you're thinking, or you're trying to read something. You find yourself reading it, 4, 5, 6 times over. That's happened to me before. You can also have this intense fear. That's another sign or symptom. Sometimes people go into a mode where your body starts to protect you, and you want to protect it. Your body wants to protect you, and you start to have fear of what you saw, and fear of all the people in the streets, and fear of everything that's going on around you. You could also go into what's called isolation. Some of you have withdrawn. Some people we haven't seen from or heard from, or haven't had that normal contact, and that could be normal also. It's a form of trauma. And some of you could also be having headaches, nausea, and if you have an underlying condition, your underlying condition could be getting worse. So if any of those things sound familiar to you, okay, if any of those things are something that you're feeling right now, just realize that it's normal, right? And when you're going through this, you may feel as if there's something wrong with you, or there's something that you can't get a handle on, and or your loved one might be like, yeah, what's wrong with you? So it could be things like that are not your normal self. And I want you to realize that these things that you're experiencing are normal reactions to trauma. So you've been traumatized by what you saw on TV the other day. You're being traumatized daily by watching social media over and over and over again. And this is what I say to you all the time about how you have to watch mainstream media. I don't mind saying it. Mainstream media will pump things into your head on a daily basis because that's what sells, right? Sex sells, violence sells, things like traumatic events, they sell. So there's a lot of things that are going on in the world right now that are still good, but we're not getting much exposure to that because that's not what sells. It's not sexy. So what I need you to do is I'm going to give you some tips on how to deal with these traumas. I'm going to give you some pointers and things like that you can give to somebody else. Again, share this video with somebody, who may be going through, who may be a little bit withdrawn right now, but reach out to somebody if you can, or if you can't reach out to somebody, personally, send a text, or, shoot something, somebody's inbox, or whatever case, post it online, whatever, just get it off your chest. So some of the things we can do is we can start limiting social media, right? I know you want to see what's going on every single day. We wake up, the first thing we do in the morning, we're right here on the phones. And the first thing that's going to come up on your phone is probably not going to be something positive. I promise you, because your feed right now is feeding you things that are not good for you. And it's not going to be something that's positive. So try to limit your social media right now during this time period. I know it's very difficult. I know it's hard. Some of us are trying to do regular everyday social media things, and we just can't help coming across it. Also try to eliminate or limit your mainstream media. Again, we just got finished talking about that. They're going to pump things into your head over and over and over again because that's what's sexy, that sells. Another thing that you can do is continue with your everyday routine. Okay, if you get up every day and you work out, if you get up every day and you make breakfast for the kids, or you have to go to work on a regular schedule, continue doing those things. Keep your body in that pattern of the way that you've been doing things. All right. Another thing that you can do is watch what you're eating. Okay, watch what you're taking in. I know a lot of us love our coffee in the morning, but that coffee, that caffeine is actually adding to the anxiety. Okay, those little jitters and things like that. I know some people say they get the jitters if they don't. I'm not telling you to go cold turkey, but you may have to watch your caffeine intake during times like this because it is actually going to help you. It's actually going to make you more jittery. That, the energy drinks, all those things that you're dealing with right now. Some of the other things that you could do, exercise. Make sure you're doing your exercise routines. Make sure you're stretching, getting all that lactic acid out of your muscles, get it thrown, your blood flowing through your body. All those things can help you. All these things can help you if you just apply them to your everyday life. Listen, what you guys saw, okay, what we witnessed, as stable as I am, okay, and I know you guys don't know this, but as stable as I am, and I like to believe I'm a stable person, even myself, I was experiencing some of these signs and symptoms. Okay, the irritability, because I can't help everyone. I felt a withdrawal from myself, and I got depressed because I couldn't help somebody who was right in front of my face. So I had a survivor's guilt. I had, certain things that I was dealing with that I had to deal with on an everyday basis to keep myself going. So when you have people who are normally on their game, mentally, normally who are on their game with no depression and no anxiety, and we start to get it, then I can only imagine what it's like for people who already have anxiety, who already have clinical depression and things like that you're dealing with. So in order for you to keep these things from doubling up, tripling up, try to change your routine. Okay, put the phones down for a little while. Spend some time outdoors. It's loosening up for the COVID-19 right now. I know, we're still dealing with that. Okay, we're still dealing with that. There are still people getting sick. There are still people dying from that. But I wanted to stop in real quick with you tonight, just to give you guys some peace, to let you guys know that you're not going through this alone. We are all in this together. The police officers, civilians, you at home watching it, the government. What we need to do is we all need to pray for each other and open up and try to respond and open up and try to understand each other's sides. Okay, let's let go a little bit. And everybody's not going to be right. And everybody's going to try to persuade you into thinking the way that they think. We have to stop doing that. We're human beings and we all have different personalities. So we're all going to think differently. And we're not always going to agree, but we do have to coexist. And I promise you this, we're going to get through this. We've been through a lot of things before in our country. We've been through a lot of things where we've dealt with, traumatic events and stuff like that. But right now is a very, very critical point because we're all fighting each other. Okay, we are in a fight with each other again, whether it's political, whether it's over COVID, whether it's over this situation here. And unfortunately, it's getting to a situation where it's volatile and we're taking our eyes off the prize. We're taking our eyes off the main topics. So put your social media phones down for a little while tonight. Get yourself in bed early. Whatever you're thinking about is going to be there again tomorrow. And I promise you this, if you start applying these principles to your everyday life, you will start to feel better. All right. I'm your boy, Joe. JH Overcomes, America's friendliest cop. I will see you when I see you. And don't forget to stop by tomorrow morning. Like I said, just because I did this video tonight doesn't mean that tomorrow's video is not going to go live in the morning. I know you guys asked me about that, about forgiveness, tomorrow's Forgiveness Day 2. And I think we all need some of that. Okay. I think we all, every last one of us, need to learn how to forgive. All right. I'll see you when I see you. Peace. And I mean that literally. Peace.